Oh, so you're the new person in town.
Am I the new person in town? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So what are we going to expect from you?
Um,
Your character.
well, I play a character named Verity. She is right on the cusp of being 18, so she's about to be kicked out of the foster system. And we're following a foster family who Andy Kim is the patriarch of. Um, and yeah, I guess I could say that Verity is really distrusting of organized religion because of things that have happened to her in her past, which is a polar opposite to one of her foster siblings, who is a born again Christian. Um, so that should be interesting to see how that plays out through the season. And yeah,
It's interesting to have this family be not biological, because because it feels a little bit more fragile that way, and Verity's could leave soon, and um, so the whole thing um, feels on the verge of unraveling. And plus, before the season begins, Andy has lost his wife, and so the whole thing feels just brittle. And so when the demon comes, uh, at it's just that much more fragile, and there's a sense of danger really to the family before the demon comes, and so it's a very clever device, I feel like, and we worked hard. I feel like at trying to make that family the first episode, and just from the beginning try and make it feel authentic and like a real family, like we knew each other and loved each other. And hopefully people buy that, so that by the time the danger hits, people are invested in these people.
So I last saw you at Comic Con. You hadn't started shooting yet.
Yeah.
So from that time to now, how is it feeling? How is this being part of this show?
Hey, can I just say, first off, that I'm having so much fun on this show, and as an acting experience, it's been very fulfilling. The characterizations have been very deep, and the situations have been very compelling, and it's been very satisfying in that regard. How about you? You love working with me, right? It's been amazing, right?
Love this guy.
Educational. Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah. That sounded inauthentic. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Yeah, no, actually, I don't know why I didn't expect to. I mean, I knew I was going to enjoy myself, but I guess I thought because it was going to be so intense and heavy that everyone would be coming to work, down, and sitting around set would be boring. But I've actually had so much fun filming this, and I've had so much fun with like everyone involved. And
Yeah.
I was just saying this in the other interview too. I was just like, it really is shocking how much fun I have on set with these people.
It's a good crew.
It is a good crew, and it's fun. We have kids on set,
Yeah.
which make it a lot, I don't know, lighter. You can't yell at kids if kids are goofed off, So
we do swear a lot in front of them by accident.
Yeah.
Which is a problem that we have. But
You guys have a swear jar?
we should. It would be very full.
That'll fund the college tuition.
Yeah.
Is there any part that like you feel like you go home with some of the subject matter though?
I gotta say, I've had that issue, is that just the last week or two, I don't know if you've had it, but the stuff that Andy's been going through lately, I've been feeling just blue. I feel like I need a vacation. I need to go sit on a beach for a few days to shake some of the stuff. And I'm not typically someone that takes home their character, I'm not that good, to be honest with you, but he's been in such dire straits. It's tough to be in that space for extended periods of time, that emotional space.
Yeah, there's some serious stuff going on, I think. I mean, we have so much fun on set, it's kind of easy to forget that there's some serious stuff going on. But yeah, we filmed a scene the other week or so. It was a pretty emotional scene for the family. And
Which one?
the one.
So many. Okay, but anyway, go ahead.
He's got the whole family. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it was emotional, and I remember watching some of the kids acting during it, through the playback, and just being like, this is like really heavy and sad, and I remember feeling sad after that for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost chemical. You stay in the space of fright or aggression or grief or whatever it is for a long time, and it's almost like you can't help but take a little bit of it home.
I always ask.
But that's what wine's for.
Malbec.
I always like to
Particularly
ask-
Malbec. That grape was invented.
That could be tricky.
Uh-huh.
Are you guys familiar with the original films?
Yeah,
Well, at least the first one.
the first one. I recently saw that first one, which is a masterpiece as it turns out. But yeah, it's brilliant. I just figured out. I was just told because it was an argument from before. I said that I don't want to get in. There's some much better things to talk about it besides gags. But I was convinced that Barf Gag was an animatronic puppet because the projectile. I mean, it went so far with such force. But I was just told it was rigged to a real actor. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen anything like it. Because usually you see, this. But so that's ahead of its time. Or, people used to do things like that. Lon Chaney would, apparently put strings above and below his eyeballs to make them pop. To play the. Was it him that played the Phantom of the Opera? And they used to use, staples and stuff. I mean, people would do crazy things to their faces, to entertain us. So that was intense. And that movie's really, I put it in the class of like The Shining that there's so much foreplay before we get to the horror part that it's much more effective when the violent things happen.
In a previous interview, you mentioned that a lot of great horror is being contributed by Asians, and that's some of the reasons you were convinced to come on board to this.
Well, it was of interest to me. It was notable to me the absence of Asian American faces in American horror, which was unlike, which is interesting because there's so much great horror coming out of Asia too. So I just thought it was interesting for me to come inject this particular mug into an American horror series.
Was directing something you would consider now that we're in season 2 of The Exorcist? There's more episodes to work with.
Would I direct?
Is Brian directing? Is that anything you would?
If someone was dumb enough, I would expose their stupidity by taking that job.
I've been singing Fox's praises. We have women in prominent roles, minorities as well. We have an Asian American in his show. We have Alfonso, obviously, a Mexican actor.
He's Mexican?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
As the new faces, I just want to know what it's like to be the rookie, potentially rookie of the year at this all-star cast.
Well, I enjoy. I don't know about you, Brianna. I enjoy. I feel like Ben and Alfonso are doing the heavy lifting, and it takes the burden off a little bit. And so I'm grateful to come in to an already established show, and knowing that two great actors are already at the helm. I just feels like a sense of freedom on my part.
One last question. John, so last time
I've been talking. You get to. Well, go ahead.
No, it's
All right,
fine.
so
Keep
one
talking.
go
Totally
ahead.
comfortable with
you
that.
confessed at Comic-Con that you had issues with horror because of the way you were raised. Have you
Yeah.
overcome that? Have you investigated it a little more?
As I get into it more, it's almost like I don't know what the objection was, because you know, I came from this Christian background and felt like it was taboo, but watching the first Exorcist film, it does seem to confirm all those beliefs. It's just so someone will have to explain to me exactly what the objection is. Maybe I'm just a newbie here. It does seem like there's good and evil in the Bible as well. The existence of evil forces is confirmed in the Bible. So I'm not sure what it is. And even in the original movie, the exorcism is successful and good prevails. Maybe it's just this dalliance of the curiosity with evil that maybe that's where the taboo comes from. I've been thinking about the genre this season, and been wondering if philosophically whether we're drawn to horror because we are curious as to why there's so much evil in the world, and wonder if it must be from a demon because we cannot accept the reality that we as a species are capable of horrific acts of violence and stuff like that, so we must externalize it. So maybe that's what that's about. I don't know. Somebody will have to explain it to me, because I said I'm new to it, and this is all kind of fresh to me as I'm thinking about all these things.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to it.
Have you watched the first episode? We're about to go see it after.
I haven't seen the first one.
I haven't seen it either. Alfonso said he has.
I heard you're not good in it. I mean,
Shots fired.
I wouldn't have said it, but
That's daddy's
I
not
wouldn't say it.
Holding water.
Wait, Roberto. Alfonso, ¿cuánto tiene?
Oh, I see, Carl. You take care of your client.
Porque tengo
I
10
get it.
minutos aquí.
Creo que está aquí afuera.
Are we staying and they're leaving? We must be leaving.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all. Have a good one.
Yes. Well, he was possessed in
Oh, and Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you saying his family doesn't let him watch.
Are we being quiet?
I'm sorry?
Are we being lucky?